So it's not about what you have. It's actually about what you own. I'm Adrecus Culbreath, entrepreneur, independent author of the book, The Code to Conquering Money, How Financial Abundance Can Be Obtained by Anyone. And this is my new video series titled The Code to Conquering Money. And I'm excited, you guys, because I made a strategic business move to make this series more so tailored to individuals that are either at a job and you have a service or a product that you haven't put out to the marketplace yet, or you have a service and you have a product out there in the marketplace and it's not pretty much moving the money needle for you. As somebody who has single-handedly made his first 5 figures just from a cell phone, as somebody who now has a higher tier of clientele and gets consistent business, as somebody who understands the power in ownership, I wanted to make this video series to help you guys out specifically. So you can definitely expect episodes dropping every week. And I want to get some feedback from you guys. I want you guys to feel free to leave some comments. I don't know if I'm going to post these videos on either TikTok or YouTube. I may do both. But you guys send some questions in. My team will relay the questions that you guys may have. I know a lot of you guys on TikTok specifically, a lot of you guys give me a lot of engagement. I hear a lot of comments from you guys. I get a lot of questions from you guys. And I want to bring you guys and invite you guys to the opportunity, because if you're a business owner or if you are a striving business owner, you can have the same success as me, if not better. Okay. But I think for that to happen, I just think that you guys need somebody in real time that's not doing the social media fluff. I really can't stand those guys. And this is why my approach is a bit different, and I want my approach to be a little bit more personal. So the Code to Conquering Money video series, first episode, you guys, and I just want to get straight into it. And the first thing I want to kick it off with is letting you guys know ownership is key, you guys. Equity is key. And I say that to say, for an example, okay, this is my book, you guys, okay? I 100% own this book. I own the licensing rights to it. This isn't third party owned. This isn't third party production. This is my personal owned intellectual property. Okay. And I want to educate you guys on how important and how profitable intellectual properties are, because I want you guys to think about it like this. What can you create one time and it can pay you perpetuating wealth over time? What can you create one time and it consistently pays you over and over and over and over again? So this is where we get into moves that Rockefeller implemented, moves that, Jay-Z and Dame Dash once implemented, because intellectual property is anything that you create that can be used or can be utilized to other people or outsourced to other people. Same thing with this book, you guys, right? So not only will readers purchase the book, if you and let me just say, if you're an entrepreneur and you need real-time business strategies, if you don't really understand the value and the tools that a dollar plays or could play, you definitely want to get this book. Okay. So let's talk about intellectual properties, you guys. Okay. And for those of you that, you're not really business savvy, you're not really revenue savvy, I want you guys to understand that ownership and equity is key, meaning everybody has something that they can create one time. Okay. Everybody has something that they can create one time and it can create perpetuating wealth for you over time. Everybody has something that they can create and it can consistently pay you over and over and over and over again. This is the power of intellectual properties, right? A lot of you guys have created certain methods to things. A lot of you guys have solved a problem in a very strategic, special way, right? Here's where you can actually get paid and be profitable off that. Trademark that solution, trademark the name, trademark your process, right? Trademark that method. That way you can personalize it, you can own it. And if you think about licensing that process or licensing that procedure off to anybody else that would like to utilize it and use it, you can receive monthly recurring revenue, you guys. Just off you trademarking your process, just off of you trademarking a certain solution, you're able to pretty much create perpetuating equity, you guys. This is what I want you guys to start thinking about. And, as somebody who, I look at equity, equity for me is everything. Okay. Because I don't want to be the individual that revenue decreases because I was dependent on somebody else's process, or I was dependent on somebody else's way of doing things for me. I don't want that. I would never put myself at risk for that. Right. So perfect example, just for the book, when I published this book, I didn't want anybody to do the publication. I didn't want anybody to do the shipping and the packaging. I wanted to do that because I wanted control. I wanted 100% control on how I want my customers to experience my brand. Right. So I didn't want logistics. I didn't want to go through third party. I wanted to vertically integrate everything. Okay. And for you guys that don't understand or know about the term vertically integrating means when you own the process of the production or the process of your products or your services. So for an example, me pretty much conducting the production or the shipping for my book, I vertically integrated that process so I don't have to be dependent on a third party factory or a third party company to do the packaging and the sending out. I vertically integrated that by just choosing to do it myself. That cut costs, that allows me to keep all my money in, right? And it allows me to scale a lot quicker because I'm not dependent on a third party. That's vertically integrating, you guys. So I want you guys to start thinking about these verticals. I want you guys to start thinking about these metrics with your own products and your own services, right? Also too, I believe equity and ownership separates the people that play big from the people that play small. And I just want to tell you guys this. When you don't have ownership, when you don't have equity, when you don't have rights, when you don't have the license, you set yourself up to be controlled. You set yourself up to be told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. You set yourself up to play by somebody else's rules. And somebody like myself, that never will appeal to me. So I'm able to wait it out longer. I'm able to stack my own capital. I'm able to put up my own capital just to have the blessing, just to have the privilege to say, I 100% control this. Nobody is coming here regulating anything. I control this 100%. And I want you guys to think that exact same way, period. And this pretty much goes back to why I love this book. I not only love this book because of the information that's in the book, but I love this book because it's gonna continuously pay for my kids and my kids' legacy. It's gonna pay for my kids' future. It's gonna pay for my kids to have doors open up for them financially because their dad did something that the average individual isn't willing to do. And that's sit down, use their brain to see how can they create intellectual properties that will continuously pay over and over and over again. Right. And I know that was a lot, you guys. But like I say, if you guys got any questions or comments or concerns, drop them in the comments below, you guys, because I want to help you guys get to a level where you understand that you should be unemployable. Right? You should have a bottom line that you're not going to negotiate under. Right? You should position yourself to own 100% of your process and your methods and your way of doing things. Right? You should have 100% control of that, and you can have 100% control of that. Period. So, there's a lot of verticals you guys can go at as far as ownership. I mean, even with me, I own shares of Uber, but I'm not thinking like the average day trader, or I'm not thinking like somebody that's looking for a quick flip. I'm thinking like Warren Buffett. I'm thinking like Charlie Munger. I'm not nowhere looking to sell my shares, any shares, and my shares are increasing, but I'm not looking to sell those. Right? I want 100% equity. I want equity. So if the stock market or if these companies are giving out equity, right, why not take a share of it? Why not take a share of these billion-dollar companies that has a track record of doing exponentially well? Period. So I just want you guys to always think ownership. How can I gain, if not 100% of the pie? How can I at least own a large percentage of the pie? Right? I want you guys to start thinking like that, man. You don't have to operate third party. You don't have to do third party business. I honestly think third party business is for people who's lazy. Ownership, you guys. I want you guys to think ownership. I want you guys to think equity, man. Equity is like the best blessing God has allowed us to receive on this earth. I'm telling you. And until you guys get to that point where you're thinking, you know, I want control. I don't want hype. I don't want trends. I don't want recognition. I don't want status. I want control. When you have control and when you pretty much call the shots, trust me when I tell you, there's nothing better than that, you guys. I promise you. And that being said, again, if you guys have not went and got your copy of the Code to Conquering Money, How Financial Abundance Can Be Obtained by Anyone, I'm telling you right now, you are asleep. You need to wake up. You need to get your copy, because this is the year that you should be looking to take things to the next level financially. Okay. Nothing is more important right now than increasing your business and financial intelligence. And this book single-handedly allows you guys to do that. Okay. And on that note, the people's favorite entrepreneur, the online uncle, checking out. Until next time, you guys.